Teams have come up, the London Towers fans there hoping to get back to the final after an absentee last season, and the Thames Valley Tigers fans looking to relive some former glories. Right, let's take a quick recap of the two teams, starting off with the London Towers. And after the disappointment of a quarter-final exit last year, the Towers are looking to get back to the Uni-ball trophy final for the fourth time in 5 years. To the starters, and whilst Johnson and Bowman are rookies in this competition, Danny Lewis, Steve Bucknell and Martin Henlon know what it's like to win the trophy. Between them, they have 7 winners' medals. That experience will be invaluable, no doubt. To the Tigers, and Thames Valley are the trophy's most successful franchise, having won the title 4 times. However, only Coach James and assistant coach Michael Hales are still involved from those old glory Tiger days. To the starting 5, Billy Singleton, who's recently regained his starting role, was a member of the Chester Jets side that lost to the Towers in London's last successful final appearance. He, though, is the only Tigers player to have got to the final before. Is that a key factor, Craig Lynch, the fact that Towers have so many experience in winning this competition?
I think that is. I think you've got so many players out there that have been there before, know what it takes to win, and Towers have those players out there. And saying that, Thames Valley have too. All of the teams in this tournament, they have players who have been here before, so that should make it a nice, controlled, even, hard game in both games.
The two teams making their way out onto court. The London Towers in all black with gold trim. The Thames Valley Tigers in their traditional orange with little black tiger stripes down the side, just having one or two last words with each other as they wander onto court. And as they say their hellos and shake hands, we're ready to get underway here with the first semi-final of the Uni-ball trophy. It'll be Martin Henlon of the London Towers to jump it up against, I believe, Jason Seaman will step in eventually. He's just having a stretch before he does so. Now he does. And we're off and underway. Billy Singleton comes up with it. And Arena will lead pass forward to Seaman. The opening score for Jason Seaman and the Thames Valley Tigers. The bookies have London Towers favourite by 6. Craig, would you agree with that?
I think you have to go with Towers. They've beaten him twice. They've got all the experience out there, but it may not go that way.
Great play, opening play by the Towers. The alley-oop from Johnson to Bowman, you expect it the other way, but they still converted.
It looks like already Thames Valley's looking to take the ball inside. They're looking inside each time, which is great. And they've got some big guys in there and Seaman and Singleton to do it.
Here's Meldrum on the near side, lines up a 3 off the back of the ring. Henlon grabs the rebound, away comes Lewis. Bowman, a lot of room, all on his own. Henlon on the trail, and Lewis will back out and call a play.
It looks like a big matchup going to be Arena and Lewis out there. I think
good hands from Meldrum.
All through this game, those two players are key for both teams. How Lewis goes, how Arena goes, could determine what the final score and final result will be.
Meldrum to Arena in the corner. Off the screen from Seaman. Good ball movement from the Tigers. Now they're going through the middle with Meldrum. There was a foul on the drive. And the foul is called on Steve Bucknell, his first personal foul. First foul of the game, in fact.
Steve looks a bit confused about that. He was standing there. It's hard to say. He must have hit him with his arm or something. From this angle, we can't see it. The referee's had a better angle.
Arena with the bounce pass, trying to get it to Singleton. It was the foot of big Martin Henlon that broke it up, so the Tigers will get the ball from the end line. The 30-second clock will be reset.
It's also interesting to see Martin Gottfried out there.
Heads-up play by Meldrum. Henlon wasn't looking. He threw it off the back of Martin Henlon, got it back and laid it in. Take a look at this. Threw it off the back of him and laid it in.
He must have learned that in New Zealand or Canada or something. That's a bit embarrassing for Henlon, but it's 2 points for Meldrum.
Perfectly legal play, as long as you don't throw it with intent at a player or at his head or something. You're quite entitled to throw it off his bat.
We'll be seeing that on the highlight film, I think, now.
I think we'll see that in a few more games now. People have seen the move. Bucknell going strong to that running hook. Nice move from Steve Bucknell.
Real strong move from Bucknell. Godfrey's a good defensive player, but Steve's taking him right to the bucket.
Good feed from Singleton to Seaman for 2. Bowman taking control at the top here for the Towers. Wouldn't go to work. Hands over to Lewis now. Lewis lines up at 3. And Gottfried with the rebound.
This is where we were talking about the transition game. Thames Valley's got to push the ball up and see if they can catch him on the break.
Singleton dancing along the baseline is fouled by Henlon. Singleton lines up a 3, wide open off the back of the ring though. Good hands from Gottfried to steal it back. Now Meldrum from deep. Still the Tigers can't get one to go. Arena with the offensive boards. Lewis chasing it down and couldn't quite beat it to the out of bounds.
Again, there's I think 2 or 3 3-pointers from Thames Valley, and one of them Billy Singleton. Talking to Kevin Kaler before the game, he sees Billy Singleton as being a big factor inside. If he can get in there, who can stop Billy Singleton inside is the question.
Not many. He's a big bloke. And here he is posting up Martin Henlon. They get it in by Seaman, but Henlon did well. Towers off and running 3-on-2. Bowman just didn't get it. Seaman chased it down. Good work from Seaman. Away from the Tigers now the other way. Arena fakes it a pull-up. Now takes one from the foul line. Shots just not dropping here in the opening couple of minutes.
No,
6 turnovers in the opening just over 3 minutes here, Craig. A bit hard.
Really, a bit. We talked about these players being here before, and suddenly we got a real nervy game. We got these guys coming out here and not hitting shots, giving the ball up.
Arena for 3. 0 for 4 now, Thames Valley from 3-point line. Through the hands of Jason Seaman, and the Towers will run it back.
Again, a real...
Danny Lewis at last. We get a jump shot to go between them. The teams have missed 6 straight jump shots before that.
Danny stepping up and saying, well, you guys are going to keep missing. I'm not going to hit one to show you who I am.
There's the shooting. There's one from Martin Gottfried, the first 3 of the night for the Tigers after they missed their opening 4.
That's 1 for 5 for the Tigers. And you don't really see them wanting to go from the 3-point line with all the big fellas inside. So I don't know if they have a different game plan than we expected from them.
To be fair to Thames Valley, they're not far off their season average. They only average 30% from behind the arc. They aren't a great 3-point shooter. In fact, they're second from bottom in 3-point shooting in the championship this season. Foul there called on Jason Seaman. It's his first personal foul as Bucknell went strong. And Tony Christie will check back into the game, for the first time for the Tigers. He replaces Billy Singleton. Gives them more athleticism around the basket.
Well, Christie's a bit like a McCord type player for Thames Valley. Now Arena's going to push the ball up, and you'll see Christie run the floor if he's out there doing his job. Suddenly the transition game of Thames Valley will be different. In saying that, Billy sat down and didn't really get a post up in there, which I think that maybe Paul James would be disappointed with.
Ties the game at 9 with 5.5 to play in the opening period. Seaman on the trail at the foul line, 16 feet maybe. Nice shot from Jason Seaman.
You can't give Seaman that much room. I think they got to step up on him because he can hit the 15, 16-foot jumper.
Unless he's been fouled. He's a poor free throw shooter, but for some reason in the game he can make the shot from that sort of distance.
That's right. Because everybody's watching him on the free throw.
Foul called off the ball. Martin Gottfried in the post just trying to keep Steve Bucknell away from the basket. Call for the foul.
Well, I mentioned free throws being important. Thames Valley are one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the league, so that could hurt them if they do go to the line a lot.
Lewis going strong, body's falling, no call, and he makes the lay-in. Fast break by the Tigers. Here's Seaman on the trail. Seaman going strong off the glass. A quick reply from Thames Valley to regain the lead. Jason Seaman come out big here in the opening couple of minutes. 8 points, yet to miss a shot. Here he is playing defense on Henland. Not very well as Henland spins past.
Jason looks hungry out there. He looks like he's one of the guys that really wants to win this game, and if he can go ahead and...
Good work by Christie to knock it loose. Meldrum with the putback.
Excellent work from Christie just to get his hand on it. He didn't get the rebound himself, but he kept it alive for his teammate.
Bucknell, double team pressure, breaks through it, still Steve Bucknell going, flips it out, nowhere to go. Bowman can't chase it down, Thames Valley get the ball back.
The referees are allowing a lot of contact there. Bucknell's going to the bucket. They're allowing a lot of contact. I wish they would do that all during the year for all of us.
Give and go there against with Arena and Seaman. Seaman called for the foul. Seaman into Arena. Bowman called for the foul. Into the game for the first time tonight. Big number 11 for the Towers, Neville Austin. He's a man who knows plenty about both clubs. He's had a couple of spells bouncing back and forth between Bracknell and Crystal Palace.
Well, I think Towers could take off 6'10 and put 6'10 on, so they don't have to lose anything really. And we got H.L. Coleman coming on, who is going to give them some more athleticism. This kid from 2 years ago, I remember in Birmingham, was a tremendous player.
He knows this venue very well. Formerly of the Birmingham Bullets, went all the way to the championship final with them and won it. Loose ball, out of bounds. It'll be a Tigers ball, and here comes H.L. Coleman. Replaces Donnie Johnson, whilst the other way Jason Seaman goes to the bench with the big Welsh lad Stuart Robbins coming in. Seaman, the game's leading scorer on 8. There's Stuart Robbins into the game.
Looks like both coaches trying to get players in and out. They know it's going to be a long game, and it may come down to who in the very last 3 or 4 minutes is fresher.
Meldrum going past Coleman. Great block from Neville Austin. Away come the Towers. Lewis to Bowman, goes up. A great move by Bowman. Count the foul. And the basket's good too.
We talked about Thames Valley's, their transition, but look at this here. Block shot, and we got 4 or 5 guys, 4 guys, they're all running. Danny controls the ball. Okay, Bowman scores it and one. It's a great basketball there.
Bowman ties the game at 16.
All square ball game, less time to play. Get behind you, team. Towers fans and you Tigers fans, you are the 6 men.
We do see, the young Robins having a chance to go out there against Neville Austin.
Christie's lay won't go.
So I think Jason Seaman's working hard, and I think Paul James wants to make sure that he's fresh for the end of the game also.
Shot got to go up soon for the Tigers. Down to 3. Gottfried off balance, had to shoot it though. Away come the Towers again on a fast break. This time it's led by Bucknell. Lewis on the trail, wants it, gets it, lines up a 3, short. Rebound for Greg Meldrum.
Well, that was Danny Lewis's shot right there. You would have thought he'd hit that one.
Meldrum on the trail, lines up a 3. Plenty of 3-point shots going up here. 9 so far in the opening 7.5 minutes. Make that 10. Bowman knocks it out, and the Towers are in the lead by 3.
Again, players out there looking for the threes, possibly not looking to get the ball inside, which I think will probably happen as the second half starts to emerge.
Robbins offers the big screen. Another 3 goes up. This time Arenas won't go. Gottfried with the stick back. Robbins has a go. Still going after the offensive glass. And away come the Towers now eventually. Thames Valley just can't get a shot to go. They're getting the offensive boards, but they missed 7 in a row.
Yeah, it's 7 shots. Some of the shots were good shots. Some of the shots were not kind of the shots you expect from a Thames Valley team, because they haven't thrown the ball around 2 or 3 times.
Bucknell with all string from the corner, and the Towers lead now by 5. The biggest lead thus far.
I think that's Bucknell's first time on the score too, I think. But he's got... Oh.
Foul called on Neville Austin as Billy Singleton checks back in. Here's another look, Robbins. That's the foul there on Austin.
Again, it will be interesting to see how long Coach James does leave Jason Seaman out, because, of course, Jason Seaman was playing so strong there.
There is Paul James. Just behind him is Jason Seaman. Coleman knocked it loose. Oh, the referee pointed the other way. It sent H.L. Coleman running the length of the court. Now he's realized the referee made a mistake and ran back. And it is actually a Thames Valley ball. Trying to get it inside to Singleton. Singleton going strong, draws the foul. And once he gets the ball in the post, it's pretty much done. You cannot stop the big man down there.
It's interesting to watch Billy go to work. His footwork, his idea of space down there is so strong. He's not a great jumper. He's not going to actually go above the rim, but he's just so difficult to stop when he's got the ball down there, even if two guys on him.
He makes the first free throw. That was Billy's first point of the night, and that's his second. Trims it down to a 3-point Towers lead as we're into the last 90 seconds of the first period of game number 1 here on semi-final Saturday. Coleman for 3 off the back of the ring. Good outlet pass to Robbins. Can he chase it down? No, Danny Lewis beat him to it. Coleman to Bucknell. Austin backing in on Singleton off the glass. Tough move from Neville Austin.
That's a real tough move from Neville. If he can do some stuff down in the post down there, it'll open space up for Bowman and Lewis outside.
Inside to Billy Singleton is fouled again by Neville Austin, and that is foul number 3 on Neville Austin. And 1, 2, 3 have come in, what, a minute and a half, Craig?
It looks like they're trying to go to Billy, because Billy basically can change the game. He's capable of 20, 30 points in the game. He's only got a few points now, but it looks like Coach James has said, get the ball inside. Let's get some easy stuff. We've gone without some shots for, like as you said before, about 7 or 8 possessions.
Well, they've still yet to break that run of missed shots. Billy Singleton has made 3 free throws. The Thames Valley have actually missed their last 7 shots from the floor and have gone 3.5 minutes without scoring a field goal. So,
and I think a lot of that is they've been taking uncharacteristic outside shots.
Singleton misses the second free throw. Bucknell had it ripped away by Billy Singleton. He's very unhappy with that call. He thought he got the ball.
We'd have to look at that. He does look unhappy. We'll have a look here. That looked like it, I don't know. It looked like he got all ball there, I'm afraid.
He has got very quick hands, Billy Singleton, but he was whistled for the foul on that occasion. And Steve Bucknell at the free throw line wasn't confident it was going to reach. He just jumped as if to try and give it a bit more energy. It managed to go. And he's got 7 points so far. And he's got 8. One of 3 players on 8. The other being his teammate Bowman and Jason Seaman, who's also got 8 for the Tigers. Turnover now by Thames Valley. Sees London get the ball back. Here's a look of Casey Arena, just throws it. Christie has it. 1 bounce.
I'm not sure what that call was, to be honest.
He must have had his foot on the line. The referee had a better look at it down the line than perhaps we did from this side. Stolen away by Gottfried. Arena wisely looks to the game clock, sees that he can tick it down now if he wants to, and do something about this 4-minute gap without a field goal here for the Thames Valley Tigers.
Well, they're going to wait for the last shot. You got Billy out there.
Arena now goes. Oh, tried to get it to Gottfried, knocked loose by the Towers. 2 seconds left for the Thames Valley Tigers to try and get a score. Arena, though, goes the wrong way, fires up for deep! What a shot by Casey Arena for 3! from just inside his own half. He knocked it out. And when you miss 7 straight shots, you can't get a better finish to a quarter than that. At the end of the first period, it's the London Towers 25, Thames Valley Tigers 22. We'll be right back after this. The London Towers lead the Thames Valley Tigers 25-22, but it could have been a bigger lead for the Towers until this. Arena appeared to have gone the wrong way. 2 seconds, turns around, fires up from 35, 40 feet, all string. What a great shot from Casey Arena, and it's made their three-point shooting look a little bit better there, Craig, but 25% against 40%, that's probably the difference.
It is a difference. I mean, that last shot, Arena brought it up. It broke the heart a little bit of the Towers, but 8 shots, it means they're shooting 32 for the game if they keep this type of shooting from, not going inside. So I think they got to kind of reevaluate what they're doing.
And looking at the boards, Thames Valley have gone strong on their own rebounds, but of those 6 offensive boards, they've only got 2 points out of it.
And as you see here, no offensive boards. There's not a single time where London's gone in and actually got a second shot, which is unusual for people like Donnie Johnson out there, H.L. Coleman out there.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It'll be Morten Henlin to jump it up against Jason Seaman. Neither of them get a clean look at it. Comes down, I don't know how it came down in H.L. Coleman's hands, but the London Towers will get the ball.
Now both teams be coming out here trying to think of what went kind of wrong for them in the first quarter.
H.L. Coleman inside.
And you think both teams are kind of look, they take it inside.
Meldrum. Seaman harassed by Coleman. Well done by Coleman on the defensive. Stumbling to the ground as Bucknell got the pass off. Back to Bowman. Bowman to Coleman. And there's a foul called underneath on Jason Seaman. Foul number 2 on him.
Jason's picking up his second foul. He's the rest of the lot in the first quarter. Oh,
quick score inside.
Quick score again for both teams now. But they can't afford not to have Jason in here, so he's got to be smart out there and not pick up a quick third foul.
Singleton looking to back in, now finds Christie open for 3. His shot doesn't go. Coleman leading the break to Bowman. Bucknell on the other side, wide open. Singleton, though, raced back to tip the ball out of bounds.
It looks like both teams, again, are trying to see if they can get an early shot and catch somebody unaware on the transition game.
Lobbed into Henlin. Henlin going strong, gets his own boards. Double pumps. First offensive rebound of the night for the Towers there. Now they're going after a second, but Seaman eventually picks up the loose ball. Arena gets it to Christie. Offensive rebound by Seaman. Seaman with the pump fake goes up, and Jason Seaman's the first man into double figures with 10, yet to miss.
Yeah, that's why they need Jason in there. He'll actually go to the boards and keep going to the boards.
Bucknell going hard to the ground. Has a look at the referee as if to say, I got pushed, but nothing was scored. Now Bucknell fires up a 3! Steve Bucknell opens
big
up the lead.
Steve Bucknell.
Bucknell now the first Tower into double figures. He has 11 personal points. Foul called on number 10, H.L. Coleman.
First, we're seeing Brian Balsa here. He brings in a legitimate three-point shot with him, as well as a lot of desire. He's also got a little bit in the sense that he's an ex-Thames Valley player. He'll want to go out there and do well.
Balsa, a member of the Thames Valley side that played against the London Towers in the championship final last year. He had a great game. Brian Balsa in the final. This
was when after Casey Arena went injured, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
And Brian Balsa, and that's when one of the kids on the bench came out. We haven't seen yet. Jackson came on and also showed an awful lot of kind of savvy for a young kid.
We're a couple of minutes into the second quarter. It's the London Towers 32, the Thames Valley Tigers 24. Let's go listen to Paul James.
Guys, listen, either you want to get out there and play or we don't. But right now, we're not playing with any kind of intensity, no kind of urgency. All right, we're giving them open jumpers down there, unchallenged. Now either make the effort or come and sit down. In here, we're trying to throw the ball inside. Catch the ball, come and meet ball, come and meet it. Everybody on the perimeter is now moving. Get your feet set and shoot the ball with confidence.
Yo, man, we're gonna need some more intensity.
Come on now.
We lost.
Hey, we're just letting it happen. We're just letting it happen to us. We gotta make it happen.
Lost 2 minutes. Keep this shit
Hey,
going, man.
let's execute on this play right here. What you running? Let's go through. Make
Just
sure you
wants some
execute it here.
intensity
Hey,
out of his team there. And if we take a look at the points by quarter, we can see the London Towers have come out strong here.
Yeah, Paul James just asking the players to kind of step it up heart-wise, go out there. If you're not happy and you don't want to put the effort in, come sit down. I think that to a certain degree, there's a certain amount of truth to that. Some players out there maybe aren't giving the effort that Paul James expects out of them.
The London Towers lead by 8. It's the biggest lead of the ball game. There's 8 minutes to go in the first half. Christie in all sorts of double team pressure somehow gets a pass out to Meldrum, and Arena now looking to set the play running. Christie to Arena, trying to get it inside to Singleton, back round to Meldrum for 3. Meldrum got hit late, didn't get a foul, but Singleton going after the offensive boards. Now Seaman has it, and eventually gets the stick back to go. They're working hard on that offensive board.
That's two offensive boards in that one play. Seaman, Singleton are doing what the Towers aren't doing and getting the offensive boards if their team misses.
Johnson on the far side with the lay-in, stretches it back out to an 8-point Towers lead. Singleton inside. Singleton round to Christie for 3. Seaman going after it again.
Jason Seaman almost had that again. He's really active out there. He even thinks he should have got the ball.
12 points, 3 rebounds, yet to miss a shot so far here tonight. One man who's certainly come to play.
I can't see how Paul James could complain about Jason Seaman's effort out there.
Lewis to Johnson along the base. Johnson with a massive slam along the baseline.
Johnson's been quiet, but he says, I'm out here too, fellas. I want to show what I can do.
Seaman to Singleton. Seaman wants it back in the post, gets it back, rips it up with Johnson. It'll be a jump ball between Seaman and Johnson. Here's the man you were just talking about, checking into the game as well as we look at this.
That's right. You got a young player coming out here who actually has that experience. He was out there in a big game, had a lot of heart, showed that he could be a good player for the future. I think Paul James needs to be a player tonight, doesn't he?
There is Mark Jackson, 23-year-old guard. Seaman and Johnson with the jump. Johnson took it with his weak hand. Bowman saved it to Lewis. Back, stepped out of bounds. I thought he was going to call back court for a moment there, which would have been harsh, but he called out of bounds first of all. And it was obviously deemed not to be a backcourt as he kept it, they gave him the ball in the backcourt. Meldrum to Arena. Both Seaman and Singleton went for the same pose. Meldrum looking to penetrate, lobs into Seaman. Seaman misses his first shot of the night, but the tip in from Greg Meldrum.
Another offensive rebound. That's the only thing that's really stopping Towers right now from dominating this game.
10 offensive rebounds against 10 defensive rebounds. So of the shots that have been missed at Thames Valley end of the floor, the Tigers have got half of the rebounds. Johnson trying to lay in, won't go.
It's getting a bit scrappy now, but you must say that the Towers are actually looking to play defense out there. I mean,
Seaman blocked by Henlon. Away come Towers again. Bowman is fouled by Jackson on the floor, I believe, so it'll be possession rather than shots.
There's a real physical battle going out there tonight between Johnson, Seaman. And I think that's really interesting that the referees are allowing this game to be played on a physical side, which I'm glad to see.
Robbins and Christie coming in, and sitting down is Billy Singleton and Jason Seaman. Seaman, the game's leading scorer with 12. Tigers leading scorer with 12. Rebound for Greg Meldrum. Broken up by the foot.
Paul James has got a lot of different lineups out there. He's trying to figure out what he can do to stop the Towers' defensive intensity and also what they're doing on the offensive end.
Christie inside to Robbins. Robbins with the hook shot. Arena with the offensive rebound.
Even Casey Arena's going in there and getting the boards. That must be, what, 11, Daniel?
11 offensive rebounds. Towers have got 11 defensive. So 50% of the boards are coming down in the Tigers' hands on their own missed shots.
And they're still down 10.
Yeah, how does that work? You're still down 10 despite all those offensive rebounds. Robbins inside is fouled. Lewis just caught reaching around, I think. End line ball it'll be to Christie and the Tigers. Christie looking to penetrate, going strong, running into Henlon, and this time the Towers get a defensive rebound.
The referees are really allowing a lot of contact, which I'm glad to see, actually. But
great pass from Lewis to Henlon for 2. It's a 12-point Towers lead. Offensive foul is called against Casey Arena, and the Towers will get the ball back with a 12-point advantage. That has forced Paul James now to call his second timeout of the half. 3:52 to go, 40-28 in favor of the Towers. Let's go take a listen to Paul James.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, Martin 5 in the game. Now guys, let's get back into this defense. Right now, we're making them look like all-stars. All-stars, fellas, we're not moving our feet. Jesus Christ, you're not going to get any calls, so don't worry about the calls. What we are getting is some layup opportunities down here that we're not putting away. So let's start being aggressive at this end. We better pick it up down at the defensive end. Okay, right now, we've got to get this under double figures by half time. All right, do it with defense. Let's get it going. Okay, we're in 1.
Now you look at this stat, 8 points from 11 offensive rebounds against none from 1 rebound. You would think they were in the lead.
You would think that's a real important statistic. They're getting points, but the rest of their game's not going well. They're not getting the transition baskets they get. Some of the players, Casey's not really stepped up and done some of the offense that he usually gets.
You look at that stat, you see why they're not winning the game.
Yeah, that's big there. I mean, the 3 for 12, 8 for 21 is not really characteristic of Thames Valley. And of course, Towers, they're doing an excellent job. They're nice and patient out there, and they're getting the percentages right.
The London Towers, as we've seen already this season, are capable of building up big leads and then frittering them away. Anybody who remembers that double overtime epic against the Leopards we had just before Christmas will testify to that. They were a good 20 points ahead of the Leopards in quarter number 3 and still managed to need double OT to get it done. Lewis penetrating, feeds to Johnson, double pump, good block, Seaman Johnson goes up and slams it home.
That's real good work in there, and that's the second kind of time that Jason Seaman's in and around the action. He's lucky he didn't get fouled that time, or he actually fouled the guy.
A quick elevation from Donnie Johnson. Not only did he get the first points off an offensive rebound for the Towers, but he also shook the basket a little bit, which is why we've got a delay in the game. They're just now trying to straighten it back up. Barry Bowman will check into the game for Danny Lewis during the break.
This takes it up to 14 now, 42-28. Paul James has had both his timeouts. It's up to the guys on the floor to go out there and try to take that away 2 points at a time.
There's Danny Lewis on the bench.
Got 2 hits on the arm.
Christie. Arena into Seaman. Seaman looking to go to work on Hanlon. Great move from Seaman. Didn't get the ball to go though. Comes all the way back out to Arena. Seaman will have another go against Hanlon. Oh! Spectacular slam from Christie.
That's what Thames Valley needs. They need that something from Christie. He didn't start the game. He's come out here, but he's that's his first contribution from the offensive end. 2 points for him. He needs to have a few more points to help out.
Seaman almost got the steal here. Christie had missed his previous 5 shots. Here's a man who knows a thing or two about this arena. Mike Finger, the coach of the Birmingham Bullets. Watching a game at the NEC, that must be a novel context for him. Yeah. He's got a big championship game tomorrow. Midland Derby against Leicester. They're looking for their first win of the year 2000, the Birmingham Bullets still. Force's 3 doesn't go. Buckner with the offensive boards. Had his pocket picked by Arena. Arena going all the way to Seaman on the trail. Seaman strong, a little bit too strong. Johnson chases it down and there's a foul there. Casey Arena quickest to put his hand up and own up to it.
Now things just aren't falling for Thames Valley. That was a good transition. Jason fouled through and just couldn't get the ball to go through for them. They need those baskets. They need 2 points every time they come down now to get back in the game.
Another coach in the house tonight is Martin Ford of the Derby Storm watching on. Johnson inside to Hanlon. Hanlon is fouled. Martin Ford obviously just enjoying a weekend off. He's the only team not playing this weekend, the Derby Storm.
Well, that's he can kind of relax. The rest of us, we've got 3 or 4 games coming up quick this week.
In fact, you got Robbie Pears and the Chester Jets tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, Craig.
That's right. We're going to have a real hard, tough game down at the a little bit to the bottom of the table. Both teams trying to move up to the playoff position.
Martin Hanlon makes the second free throw. Quick outlet to Casey Arenas. Did well to catch it, but that was all he could do. And he tossed it back to Barry Bowman as it was running out of bounds.
Again, Thames Valley needed to come down and run an offense. That would have been great if it had happened, but right now, the Towers slowing it down, making them play defense, and looking to keep that percentage up.
Johnson to Bucknell. Bucknell flips it up. Hanlon with the offensive boards and still managed to get it to go, even though he couldn't quite see the basket. Christie with a quick reply at the other end trims the gap back to 13. Stolen away by Arena. Arena round the back to Christie, goes up. Yes, count the basket for Tony Christie, and the foul is called against Barry Bowman.
Well, that's more like Thames Valley. Get the ball, you got people running the floor. Christie's now made a tremendous contribution, I think, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a chance to get 7 points when he had none for a while, so he's going to come in and help them get back in the game.
Foul number 2 on Barry Bowman, adjudged to just tap the head of the shooter Tony Christie. And as you say, Christie with 7 points in a hurry, and he's also trimmed the Tigers' gap back to just 10 here as we enter the final minute of the first half. Broken up by Seaman. Now it's back into Hanlon. Johnson knocks out the jump shot. Arena with the quick pull-up off the back of the ring. Johnson rises highest. Bucknell.
Towers showing patience out here. You know, they know that they're in the lead. They got the experience out there. Henlon, Bucknell, Lewis. And they're just going to make sure that they go in as many points as they can.
Lewis spinning, flies too long, rebound Gottfried. Gottfried, the three fired up from Christie is short. Christie chases his own rebound down, but he couldn't quickly get it. Steve Bucknell has 13 points to match his number, and his side lead by 12.
Yes, the London Towers do lead by 12, but remember, they have thrown big leads away before. It's 47-35. Stay with us for the halftime program.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Yes, the two teams are out on court, ready to start here the second half of the first semi-final. It'll be Henlon and Seaman to jump it up. Henlon wins the tip, but Gottfried comes up with the ball. Great pass to Seaman to slam the opening score.
That's a good way to start off. I mean, Thames Valley haven't had a great half, really, but there's still everything to play for. They're down 10 now. If they can come out and some of their balls go in, it'll make it a good game for the final.
Johnson to Bucknell. The high screen from Henlon not taken. Bucknell guarded by Gottfried. Still Steve Bucknell going all the way, feeds it to Bowman, and the foul is called. Bucknell going the long way round, I believe. He was fouled by Gottfried in the end.
Again, Gottfried must be a little bit upset there. Looked like all ball.
Bowman. Lewis off the high screen from Henlon, pulls up the three, short. Seaman rips it away from his own teammate Meldrum.
It'll be interesting to see if Thames Valley changes their style at all. That.
Christie, rebound Seaman, and the stick back. He leads all scorers with 16.
Seaman's still there, doing the job. And it's interesting he started Christie, start the second half, because he had a spurt there of 7 points, and they really need to keep him in the game.
Billy Singleton making way for him. Good hands from Gottfried. Bucknell will jog back to the halfway line, pick it back up. Thames Valley fans screaming for an offensive foul, and now very unhappy that there was a defensive foul called against Jason Seaman, especially as that's foul number 3. That's where the Thames Valley fans wanted the foul there on Gottfried, and then Bucknell kept going. Well,
you know, in all fairness, I mean, Steve Bucknell's a great player, and I think the referees kind of feel he's a great player, but, you know, I feel that possibly Steve, you know, didn't have anywhere to go, and there wasn't any fouls there.
Bucknell makes them both. Chris Finch watches on. Don't forget, coming up after this game, semi-final number 2, the Manchester Giants and his Sheffield Sharks will be up next. Seaman going to work inside. Seaman, he's done it all here tonight.
He's keeping him in the game. He's keeping him in the game, but someone else needs to kind of step up. Again, we have people quiet out there.
And Bucknell at the other end replies. Those two are the only two in double figures. Seaman has 18, Bucknell has 17. Lewis. Bucknell says, I'll have it. Now being booed by the Thames Valley fans. I'm sure he's had worse in his career, though. Lewis lines up a 3. Yes, Danny Lewis.
You can't give Danny Lewis that. I think they're trying real hard to stop Bucknell. He stepped up, but they left Danny Lewis all by himself, and that's bread and butter for Danny.
Arena to reply too long. Falls into Seaman's hands, and away comes Lewis to Johnson. Johnson through the middle, tried to get up quickly, but Gottfried knocked it loose.
Paul James looking to make another change here. Again, Jason Seaman out there doing the job. Billy Singleton sitting on the bench to talk to Kevin Cato. He felt that Billy Singleton was going to be the difference in this game if they could get the ball down and low against Towers. But he's not out there to do that at the moment.
There he is, applauding his teammates, but not to come on thus far here in the third quarter. Bucknell backing in. Rebound for Johnson. Putback won't go. Away comes Godfrey to Arena. Oh, spectacular move by Casey Arena with the rearrange. Take a look at this, Craig.
That's good. That's finishing it off at the end. You know, you got that close to the basket, you got to finish it off. Towers looks like they're going to Bucknell a lot here, trying to make him.
Bucknell's pass was stolen away by Casey Arena. Bucknell then knocked it back out of bounds. There's the steal from Arena. And then Bucknell just knocks it loose.
They're going to Bucknell. It looks like Bucknell wants to take it to the basket. The referees are going to allow Bucknell to take it to the basket without having any defensive fouls called, and they'll keep it up.
Into the game for the first time, young Nigel Williams, wearing number 22 for the Tigers. Seaman's shot goes up. Williams going after the rebound, can't get it. 3-on-2. Bowman goes all on his own and lays it in for two.
That's excellent. He's been quiet most of the game, and he's been very efficient because he's not missed a shot yet, so he's just doing what he has to do.
Seaman once again inside, the first man to reach 20 points, 20.7 rebounds. He's got the team on his back, and he's carrying them along right now, Craig.
He needs some help, because in the second, Towers are going to go ahead and say, hey, let's stop Seaman, so someone else has got to step up. And we're looking at Meldrum, we're looking at Arena, we're looking at Christie have to step up here.
Bucknell going strong. Henlon with the boards, puts it back.
Here we got Billy coming back in. He's not played as much as you expect him to play. Can get 20, can get 30 points a game on his night. He's going in for Jason Seaman, who probably needs a rest now because he's working so hard to keep his team in the game.
Billy Singleton with 11 minutes. We've played 24 so far, so he's been on the bench for more than half. And a technical foul has been called on Steve Bucknell. He was warned not to throw the ball away. He obviously wasn't happy with what the referee had said to him, and he's still having a word with referee Roger Harrison. So it'll be two shots. He first of all got a delay of game warning for not leaving the ball alone after the score. He was obviously not very happy with that, so he continued to chat to the referee as they inbounded the ball, and eventually he said, one thing too many. Greg Meldrum makes the first of the two free throws.
Yeah, I think it's crucial how the referees get this penetration by Bucknell. If he's going in there and puts his shoulder down, and the referees don't call an offensive foul, then it makes it very difficult to guard a man who's going to the bucket like that. The
assistant coach of the Towers, Mick Bett, just got up with his feet. Former coach of Thames Valley when Bucknell was there, of course. Came up to Steve Bucknell, just went up to him and said, cut it out now, leave it alone. You'll get yourself another team. Lewis for three. Short. Williams and Singleton fighting for it. Williams comes up with it. Arena to Christie Singleton. 16-foot jump shot from Billy Singleton, wide open. He knocks it out.
Again, that's Billy finding space. He can shoot from anywhere from the three-point line. So he needs to make a contribution here. Christie needs to make a contribution to get him back in the game. But Towers are playing hard. They're playing tough.
Hanlon trying to get it to Lewis. Christie in the way. H.L. Coleman will come into the game to replace Martin Hanlon. Here's Hanlon's last action before going to the bench. Just throwing it in. Christie breaking it up. Good hands from Billy Singleton to rip it away from Bucknell, and Bucknell is whistled for the foul as he tried to get it back.
if you look at Towers' lineup now, this is probably one of the smallest lineups they'll have out. They got both their big guys sitting on the bench, bringing in H.N. Coleman, Don Johnson. They suddenly become very, very athletic.
Steve Bucknell just picking up foul number 3. He has been the offensive spark here in this quarter.
He is. Well,
but would you look to sit him down? 3 fouls, just picked up a technical too?
I think the coach probably feels that Steve, and his experience, is out there trying to create, kind of create the Towers team to keep moving. If he does do anything more, he'll have to sit him down because he can't afford to lose Steve Bucknell.
Foul is called on Casey Arena. Foul number 3 on him. And there's another guy you can't afford to pick up a 4th foul. Interestingly, 3 of the 4 guys on 3 fouls are guys you wouldn't really want to lose for the team. Bucknell for the Towers, Arena and Seaman for the Tigers.
And this is where the referees become so important, how they read the game and how they see things happening out there. If they call fouls on guys for the 4th, it does affect the outcome of the game.
Johnson, oh, nice move inside from Donnie Johnson. Ball knocked loose. Remember, Towers were given a delay of game warning earlier. If it was any of the Towers players that knocked it loose, it would have resulted in a technical foul. And you can see as the Thames Valley Tigers here with Billy Singleton cutting back to a 7-point game, the shooting 67% here in the 3rd quarter, double what they had in the first half.
Well, this is the thing. The ball's going in for him now. It's only a 7-point game. Billy Singleton suddenly is scoring, and Jason Seaman's rested. So, we hope that that both teams are going to be fresh for a real good close game in the final quarter.
Christie with the athletic move draws the foul, count the basket, and he'll go to the line for a bonus.
That was tough. It almost looked like John McCord out there for a second, didn't it? I mean, that's the kind of thing that John McCord did for Thames Valley. We got a new man coming in, Gottfried. We don't know who he's replacing. He's replacing Williams, who's come out, not played very much really, but just came out and he's getting a good hand. And funny enough, when that guy was out there, Williams, the team actually has moved up. They've actually...
It's the London Towers 62, the Thames Valley Tigers 56. We're in the 3rd quarter, 3.5 minutes to play in this period. Christie couldn't keep it in bounds, but didn't need to. It was a Tigers ball, and they'll get a chance to trim the gap yet further. They've trailed by as many as 15.
You kind of feel that the momentum might be going a little bit with the Tigers now. If this shot goes in,
it does.
Definitely it is.
From deep, it's a 3-point ball game.
I know Coach Ablin's not very happy. There you got a 3-point shooter out there, nobody on him. I think he's not very happy. He's going to be calling timeout to tell his players now.
Stolen away by the Tigers, and there's a foul on Danny Lewis as well. The Tigers fans on their feet. They sense their team is coming right back into this semi-final. And indeed, the London Towers have now called a timeout to try and do something about it. It's 62-59. Let's go down and take a listen to Ron Aberglen.
Right now, that's the rest of the so the Tigers back up, man. They're gonna play as hard as they can play now, yo.
Hey, all we want to do is complain because everything isn't right down there. My God, if the things aren't right offensively, we come down here and we don't guard anybody. They just goddamn score at will. We gotta toughen up. We gotta goddamn it. When things aren't right, then we gotta get nasty. Lay down and play dead down here defensively. Okay, our defense stinks. God, they just run layup drill on us. Come on, get nasty down here. Bullshit. Now I want a ram. I want a ram and I want a man-to-man top. Come on, pump it out.
Ron Aberglen very unhappy with his team, and if we take a look at this is exactly why. There's the 15-point lead just before halftime, but it's been steadily dropping here until this current point where it's a 3-point game.
Well, like he said, he's unhappy that his players are out there complaining, about things on the floor that aren't important, really. The Thames Valley's coming out hitting open shots, and they got the momentum now. Hopefully this timeout will have changed that momentum.
There's the foul trouble. 5 guys in 3 players, and certainly the top 4 there, without any disrespect to Neville Austin, are key players for their teams. Neville is fairly interchangeable with the likes of Martin Henley, and hence they have some extra depth. Lewis into Coleman, broken up by Gottfried. Away come the Tigers again. No, they don't. They forgot the ball. Bowman slipped. Singleton knocked it loose, and it'll be possession to the... They've given it to the Tigers, have they? Roger Harrison, the referee, is pointing Tigers. Now take a look at this. Bowman slipped, threw it. Singleton knocked it out of bounds. Johnson left it. That's a Towers ball, sort of.
That's a Towers ball. I mean, again, you know, sometimes you get the breaks. That's what you need sometimes. You get the breaks. It was definitely a, you know, confused call by the referees, but now, you know, they have to go back. They've got to go back playing the defense that they were playing earlier. It appears as if the referee was giving that as a travel, not off somebody.
Christie off balance, top shot.
Christie's come alive. Christie's come alive. Singleton's out there scoring, and you got Jason still on the bench.
Christie, who had 1 point about 8 minutes into the second quarter, has exploded. He now has 15, as the foul was called there. Martin Hanlon will come in for H.L. Coleman.
You see,
there's Martin Hanlon.
If Paul James can keep resting Seaman and the team keeps doing well, and suddenly he comes in the fourth quarter fresh.
Christie has just picked up foul number 4, 2 fouls in less than a second of playing time, and he'll now go over to the bench. And we were just saying how well he was playing. Well, that's going to hurt.
That's a shame. Now he's got to change his defensive stance out there. He can't afford to get a 5th foul, even if he's scoring out there. Difficult decision for Paul James right now. He wants, you know, Christie to be out there because he's a spark plug right now. But 5 fouls will give Towers a, you know, kind of a lift if he goes out.
He's turned and pointed to Mark Jackson and told him to get ready to come into the game. He's gone and sat down on the subs bench. Singleton given some space. He says he'll take the 3. Doesn't quite go.
That's Billy's shot. That was a big shot. That should have went for Billy.
Lewis pulls up, toes on the line, long 2. Doesn't matter as it comes out. Christie hands over to Arena. Arena to tie it, no. Rebound Henlon.
See, I think
Johnson on the trail to the finger roll is short. Going both ways, but getting no scores. Johnson.
You got a player not down here.
Yeah, Johnson slow to the other end of the court, still not made it. Here he comes now. You'll just see him running into the screen there. And eventually, he must have got a whack in the face, but by the time he got down there, the Tigers had turned the ball over. He might well not have bothered.
Well, Thames Valley have come down, shot 2 threes and a turnover, and that's what got them in trouble, I think, when they're 15, 16 points down. They need to come back now and just play what they were doing before, and playing tough on defense and take the ball inside.
Jackson now coming for Christie. Johnson has taken a breather with Coleman coming in. Bucknell. Coleman for 3 off the back of the ring. There's a foul on the rebound on Mark Jackson, is it? Mark Jackson whistled for the foul on the rebound.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but Steve Bucknell, I think, going to the line.
Bucknell will indeed go to the foul line. And once again, he didn't think that was going. That one didn't go. It's his first miss from the foul line tonight, as Paul James has a word with the referee.
It's still a 4-point game. Last 3 or 4 possessions, Thames Valley haven't got what they want out of it. Seaman's still sitting on the bench, and he's come back fresh for the 4th quarter.
Jackson lines up a 3. Finland with the boards. We've just seen on the last 2 plays, Coleman at one end and Jackson at the other. They've come on, their first touch is to shoot a 3. Do you like a player to get warmed up before you shoot a 3?
Well, if they go in, I'm happy, but both shots were questionable, you know. They come in here, they want to be safe, they want to feel for the ball. They haven't had the ball for a while in their hands.
Lewis gets it to Coleman. Coleman gets it off just before the buzzer and stretches the lead. Jason Seaman lit things up at the start of the 3rd quarter. He leads the Tigers with 20. He'll be back in the 4th, but can the Tigers come back? We'll find out after this. Come up here for the Thames Valley in the 2-point land. They need to stay off the 3-point shot, really.
Well, they had a couple possessions there where things were going well for them. They missed 2 and had a turnover. The young kid came off the bench, took a shot that before we actually had a chance to run an offense. If they do that, they'll be in trouble because Towers are still out there. They still have Danny Lewis to finish the game off for them and Steve Bucknell out there, who are 2 tough players in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Thames Valley, the best offensive rebounding team in the country, and you can see why there.
You can. Everybody's got, I think, you know, going to the boards there. Seaman's been doing a particularly good job, and Seaman's out there. Looks like he'll be out there to start the 4th quarter, and we'll see with him and Singleton. They've got the starting lineup out there now to finish the game off. So we'll see what these guys can do.
Seaman is out there. He will jump it up against Martin Henlon, and he will win it. And the Tigers get a chance to trim this deficit with the opening offense. Inside to Singleton. Good work from Singleton. Got fouled. And nobody does that backing in, pump fake, draws the foul better than Singleton.
No, he knows what he's doing. He said, I'll take the points from the free throw line. That's good for me. I get a rest out there. Okay, and my average goes up from the free throw line just as well. So he's going to be a big factor. They look like they're going the first play. They're going to him. If they do that, and you still got Seaman going the boards on the other side, you know, this is their game, I believe.
On this occasion, though, Billy Singleton doesn't get the roll on the first free throw. But he makes the second. It's a 5-point ball game.
5 points at this time really doesn't mean a whole lot. You know, it depends who gets the momentum here next 2 or 3 minutes.
Bucknell again looking to penetrate to the finger roll. Henlon going after the board. Seaman chasing it down. He can only throw it back in. Bowman comes up with it. Bucknell inside with the spin. Blocked by Gottfried out to Singleton. Now the Tigers racing it back. Arena under pressure from Bowman. Hands over to Gottfried with a little jump shot. Lewis comes up with it. Towers looking now to get themselves into a set offense, slow things down. Lewis. Henlon's got to look to shoot. He goes for the pass. It was broken up, knocked out of bounds. The shot clock will be holding on. No, it won't. In fact, it came off Bowman last. I thought it was going to be a Towers ball. It's actually a Tigers ball.
In that possession there, you saw the intensity of the Thames Valley Tigers defense go up. Towers couldn't do what they want to do out there.
Singleton looking to go. The jump shot. Henlon picks himself up off the floor, gets the rebound, throws the lead pass out to Bowman. Bucknell on the trail. Bucknell will pull up for a jumper. Tip from Bowman. Ripped away from Coleman by Seaman. Arena lobbed into a wide open Greg Middleton.
Great pass by Arena. Okay, being aware, seeing people on the floor, which is what he does so well, and he needs to keep doing. And Meldrum, who's been quiet, gets a few points on the board there.
Bucknell has stood and watched. Lewis stumbling through the middle. Jump ball is the call between Danny Lewis and Jason Seaman. Danny Lewis looking for a foul there. Jason Seaman looking for a travel. Neither was called. Lewis is still having a word with the referee, Will Jones.
You can see how important that ball is, the way Lewis and Seaman were fighting for it down there. Again, Towers is trying to bully their way to the baskets, and the referees aren't calling fouls, and Thames Valley stepped up their defense a little bit.
Lewis batted it, appeared to be on the way up, no call. Lewis back out to Bowman, Bowman stumbling, travelling violation called against Barry Bowman, who is slow to his feet. Clutching his knee there on the floor is Barry Bowman.
Yeah. Looks like Seaman just kind of held his ground there, and probably a knee to the thigh, which will be, which is not a good injury to have.
And now receiving some treatment on the court. Now here's a look at the jump ball. That looked like it was on the way up there when Lewis first hit it.
Frustration from Danny.
Johnson did well to keep it alive. And then here's Bowman. Yeah, it looked like they might have banged knees there.
Knees or thigh, whatever, but Seaman just standing there.
Casey Arena has a quick look down. You'll notice on Arena still wearing a knee brace. He in the semi-final, he missed the final. There's Casey Arena, you can see the knee brace. Twisted knee in the semi-final of the championship last year. He missed the final against the Towers and spent most of the summer recovering from a knee injury. Hopefully Bowman's isn't as serious as that.
Look, Towers don't want to lose Bowman at this point either, because he's actually hasn't missed a shot in the game. He's been real consistent out there. He's making everything, and if they take him out for an injury, that they'll have to go ahead, maybe go the bigger lineup.
Now Barry Bowman gets to his feet, and he appears to be going to the bench under his own steam, which is always a good sign.
There's been a lot of drama here. Only 3 points the difference right now, so anybody's game.
10 points, 3 boards for Barry Bowman so far, as he takes a sit down. 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The London Towers lead semi-final number 1 by 3, but they haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Backcourt violation called against Jason Seaman. He thought a Tower had got a touch of it. Referee said no. Here's the look. Seaman had it. Came off Seaman's leg, and therefore was deemed to be a turnover. Turnover number 12 for the Thames Valley Tigers, 15 the other way. Bucknell penetrating, back out to Lewis. Lewis inside to Henlon. Great play from Danny Lewis. He saw the big man Singleton double team, therefore Henlon had to be open. Gottfried with a jump shot. Arena with the steal. Arena, the 3 doesn't go, rebound Coleman. Lewis is fouled as he runs the length of the court by Martin Gottfried. Now in the top of the show, Paul James said his team, to have a chance of victory, needs 4 or 5 guys in double figures, Craig. As we take another look at the foul there on Gottfried. Looking down the point scorers, he's got Seaman on 20, Christie on 15, but 4 fouls. Meldrum on 10. He's not got the 4 or 5 that he was after.
Well, I think when Thames Valley played Newcastle, I think Arena had about 30, so he's only on 6. Singleton's still on single figures on 8.
He needs some points from the likes of Arena and Singleton.
I think so, and Meldrum also, he's got the big, he's probably a true 3-pointer.
There's Barry Bowman's knees, just getting some ice on it after that collision a couple of moments ago. Jason Seaman will go to the bench. Tony Christie will come on. Seaman, who had an explosive third quarter, has yet to score in the fourth. Christie comes in. He's on 4 fouls though. Singleton off the feed from Arena for 2, and he's now into double figures. So now they have got 4 guys in double figures.
So we just need one more to step up. Arena hit a few threes, and suddenly they've got what Paul James wants. He's now sat Jason Seaman now and again. It'll be interesting to see what happens, how long he stays on the bench.
Henlon trying to put the rebound back in. The ball comes out to Coleman. Lewis lines up a 3 off the back of the ring. Singleton just reaches far enough to grab the rebound. Arena. Tough play inside from Singleton. Johnson. 3-on-1. Johnson to Bucknell, lays it in. And the latest update we have on Barry Bowman is he's just had a bang on the knee. They're expecting him to come back if necessary here in this ball game, and it's a 5-point game midway through the fourth quarter.
And Bucknell goes to 24 points now. Again, he shows that he knows how to win these big games.
Meldrum shot is short. Henlon with the rebound. Meldrum trying to knock it away from him. He's called for the foul. You asked how long it would be before Jason Seaman would come back in. He's straight back into the game. He's come in for Billy Singleton.
I think he sees that he needs Jason in there. I don't know if Jason needed rest, but he needs Jason in there to finish the game off. He's really doing the business, although he hasn't scored this quarter yet.
There is Barry Bowman, still receiving some ice on his knee, but will come back in if he's necessary. Single figures now on the shot clock for Danny Lewis to Coleman in the corner for 3. Meldrum with the boards. Arena trying to get it into Seaman. Lewis got a foot to it. The 9 seconds that had gone off the shot clock will come back on. Might have actually, might have been a knee, but it was adjudged a football, and the shot clock reset. Christie, way off the mark. Bucknell to Johnson. Johnson spinning. Lovely spin move from Donnie Johnson.
It's a real nice shot from Donnie Johnson.
Tough shot to make when you're not looking at the basket until the last second. But Paul James has called a timeout. He's got 4 minutes to do something about this 7-point deficit. Let's take a listen.
He wants this game right now. Now listen up. We've had plenty of opportunities here. We got it back to 3. And what we've done, we've gone down. We've had 1 pass, and now we're shooting the ball. We've gone away from what got us there in the first place. Play some more. Move the ball inside, outside, and be strong. Okay? No one person's going to win this for us. We have to do it together. Okay, now. Listen. Hey, we got 4 minutes. I want the defensive intensity up there now. We got to go again. We got to turn it up again, all right? Get some stops. We'll get some layups down there. All right, but we got to go hard. Come on, man. Hey, go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Paul seemed to be happy with what had happened in the game to get them back to the 3-point lead. Very unhappy the fact that the Thames Valley went away from what it was that got them there. And as a coach, that's got to be infuriating. You've got back into the game by doing one thing, and then suddenly you go back to the sort of style you were playing when you were 15 down.
It is frustrating. He wants the defensive intensity. He wants some stops. He wants his players to go down there, okay, and make sure Towers don't get any easy baskets. And then that's what they haven't done the last 2 or 3 minutes.
He also said no one player is going to win this game. We've got to do it as a team.
Now the Towers have changed into his own now. Thames Valley have to adjust what they're thinking and attack the game a little bit differently.
Seaman with the jump shot is short, and the Towers with the boards will slowly amble it over the half.
Jason Seaman had 20 points, I think, early in the game, and he hasn't actually got back in the game. He's had a few rests, in fairness to him, but he needs to kind of go ahead and make something happen on the offensive end, too.
Yet to score in the fourth quarter, Jason Seaman. He has, as Craig said, spent some time on the bench. Henlon going strong. Nice move from the big number 12.
You hate it when Martin Henlon starts hitting those kind of shots. I've seen him do it against us a few times. Just be trying to get back. He's been quiet. You don't expect anything, and suddenly he makes a block here. You know.
And Thames Valley have not scored in over 3 minutes from open play. Jason Seaman will now go back to the bench as Billy Singleton checks in. There's the points by quarter we were just talking about, Craig. Not scored yet.
Well, it confuses me a little bit. You know, Jason's played so well and he's been in and out. I don't think he wants to have Seaman and Singleton on the floor at the same time. Maybe, I don't know. But I think you know, Jason Seaman right now, it seems to be such an important cog in what Thames Valley needs to do.
Beautiful execution of the pick and roll from Henlon and Lewis. And Henlon here profiting, laying it in. Nice play. Big game from, we've not mentioned it very often, big game from Martin Henlon, double-double, 15 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, we've not mentioned him. I think maybe that's why he's gone ahead and had a block. He's had, you know, 2 big shots here, 15 points.
Johnson coming from behind, might just have caught the arm of Billy Singleton there, hence why he was whistled for foul number 1 and has sent Singleton to the line. Ten down, 2.5 minutes to go. How did Thames Valley come back, Craig?
They've got to get some stops. They've got to go down there. They can't let Martin Henlon start putting little hook shots in there. And what he's done, maybe they've been putting pressure on other people. And they've got to come down and they've got to go ahead and work the ball around and make sure they get a good percentage shot.
Lewis didn't get the foul to go. He had the lane to go. He was fouled, I think, by Christie, and if it is, it's the 5th foul on Tony Christie. Yes, indeed. He has fouled out of the game. 15 points.
I think the other thing about London Towers, and you give Danny Lewis credit, he's one of the tough players down the stretch, but there's 2 or 3 minutes to go here. He's shown that the years he's been here. He's going to hit free throws, he's going to hit a 3, he's going to make a big play. So you always hate that. Plus, he's going to control the offense. Danny is going to go ahead and bring the ball back out and make it difficult.
Lewis took the free throw while Christie was still on the court. He hadn't yet gone. You do get 30 seconds these days to go to the bench once you've fouled out, and the replacement for you to come in. But for some reason, they gave Lewis the free throw.
Is it 30 seconds now? They used to give us a minute.
They used to, but you guys take too long with that minute.
Yeah.
Trim it down.
It's a tough decision, though. You know.
Both free throws counted on that shot for Danny Lewis, despite the fact that Christie, who'd fouled out, hadn't gone and sat down for the first one. Singleton spinning around, lost the handle.
That's not good. You know, they need to come down and score. 81-69. One of their big 3-point shooters, Christie, is off the floor too, because they may need a few threes before it's all over.
Lewis. Bucknell lobbed into Coleman. Coleman underneath. And 1:52 to go. The London Towers have ran back Thames Valley turnovers with great productivity. 18 of 13 turnovers. That is why they lead by 14 points. 1:52 to go in the game. Thames Valley with the timeout. Let's take a listen to Paul James.
Billy, you're right back here. You're back here. Casey and Mark here. Okay, Martin, you're here. Okay, we're just trapping the ball. Take to the side. Let's get a trap here. We're rotating around. You got the side here. We're going to try and pick them up. We've got to look for some quick shots right now. Okay, we've got to look for some quick shots. We've got to make this happen. Let's speed them up a bit. We've got to gamble on it. All right, we've got no choice, but we've got to gamble on it. Let's get some steals out of it. Get into space. Make the pass and let's make some shots out here. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Got to gamble, nothing left in it, you've got to go for it. It's win or bust here. He's got 1 minute and 50-something seconds left in this competition. Can they do it, Craig?
Well, they can do it. You know, 2 quick threes, a couple stops, and suddenly the game seems to change. The difficult thing is Steve Bucknell, Danny Lewis are going to try to slow the ball down, and they're going to be smart out there. That's the difficult thing about having 2 experienced players like that.
The clock doesn't start until the ball's touched. Casey Arena got the length of the court there without the clock running. Small play by him. Singleton inside. Gets a 2. It's a 12-point game. They still need another 4 scores. Minimum. And this is where Towers and Danny Lewis are so good.
This is what happens, you know, in a sense. Danny Lewis is going to be such a strong player at the free throw line here, but if Towers don't hit free throws, if they can come down and just hit one of them, and Thames Valley can go out and hit 3, then that suddenly, you know, after 4 or 5 possessions, they're back in the game. They don't have much time.
Lewis misses the first.
This is what Thames Valley needs. They need the rebound here. They need to come down, need to score quickly.
Lewis, though, makes the second. It's a
1 for 2.
13-point lead.
Meldon has got to find some space. He's a 3-point shooter. He's got to find some space on the floor and get open.
Lewis tipped it into the backcourt. Arena got it back. They need to score in a hurry. They need a 3. They don't get one. And Johnson with the rebound. Not loose by Meldrum. Great play. Got free. Thought about a 3. Should have took it, really. Singleton inside. Gets a 2. And Jackson is called for the foul. Billy Singleton has gone and sat down with Jason Seaman checking back into the game.
I think they'll be missing Christie now, because he's one of the guys who can probably get that 3-point shot off athletically.
Mark Jackson's 3rd personal foul of the night. Lewis makes the first this time. Makes them both. Billy Singleton still hoping his team can come back here. 15 points for Big Bill so far tonight. Jackson for 3. That's long. Rebound Meldrum. Meldrum will run out behind the arc. They need shots in a hurry. Arena penetrating. Gets it inside to Seaman, who lays it in.
Again, they're out there looking for the 3s, but Towers are smothering that spaces.
Full court press. Henlon to Lewis. Lewis to Coleman. Towers just running it down here. And the foul called eventually on Casey Arena. The London Towers have a special place for this competition. It was the first one the franchise ever won, was the trophy. It was their breaker, really. Back in the days in 95, 96, when Steve Bucknell was here, Martin Henlon was here, Danny Lewis was here, Roger Dehaney was here, Neville Austin was also here. These guys know what it's like to win this competition, and now they're 42 seconds away from getting back to the final, which would be their 4th final in 5 years. They won 2 of them, both under Kevin Cadle. It's been a very kind competition to them over the last 5 years. They were losers in one final.
It will be difficult for Thames Valley now. It'll be difficult for Thames Valley now.
The Sheffield Sharks beat them in 1998. Could that be a repeat? Well, it looks like the Towers are going to make it. You'll have to stay with us to see if the Sharks can make it. They take on their Trans-Pennine rivals and the defending champions of the Uni-ball trophy, the Manchester Giants. That's coming up right after this game. And I think now the 2 teams have admitted that the London Towers are going to the final, with the substitutions coming in here, the bench players coming in, Lloyd Gardner in for the first time. And it's been a good victory for the London Towers here.
Yeah, you know, you got to expect them to go ahead and finish the game off 11, unless they don't make the free throws in the end. I mean, in fairness, I've actually seen games go the other way, you know, since the three-point line has been involved. But you got to think that the Towers have done a good job. They played, you know, the kind of ball they need to play to win a championship.
Williams does get a three.
Yeah.
Still 8 points needed in less than 30 seconds.
Oop.
Neville Austin in the backcourt gets it to Balsa. Balsa to Coleman. Time now running out on Thames Valley. Good ball movement by the London Towers. And they're just going to try and tick it out. Football kicked out of bounds, and that'll be enough now. Great game from Steve Bucknell tonight, 24 points.
Well, he stayed in the game. He scored the points. He went to the basket when they needed a big basket. He kept himself under control. I wasn't too happy with the way things were going out there, but he kept himself under control. And he's a big game player, and he showed that again tonight. His team's, you know, winning, and he ended up getting 24 points.
Danny Lewis had a quiet 19, but effective anyway. Martin Henlon, 15, 12 boards. Good job from him too.
Well, Henlon maybe could be the factor tonight. He did it very quietly, snuck up on us, 15 points, 12 rebounds. You know, you got to feel that that's a contribution that was needed for the Towers tonight.
The other way, a good job from Jason Seaman, 24 points and 8 boards.
Jason played with a lot of heart tonight. And just didn't seem to have the team around him at the same level.
The final buzzer has gone. The London Towers are going to the final with a 10-point victory. And if you look away through the stats, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Towers guys in double figures. You can't ask for more than that as a coach.
They passed the ball around. When they needed to have a basket, I think that people like Danny Lewis and Steve Bucknell have a sense of when a possession's important, and they came down and go ahead and got 2 points. The Thames Valley couldn't do that tonight. There were times when they needed a basket, they didn't get one.
Who do you think let you down on the Thames Valley side? Where were the gaps? Who did they need to step up?
It just didn't seem team-wise. They had the same kind of intensity that I've seen them this year before. Arena can score a lot of points. Like I say, against us, you know, he had 30-some points. He was hitting threes. It must be credit to Meldrum. You know, you got to expect him. He's got 20, 25 points in him. It must be credit to the defense that I know Ron was worried about that, but it was defense.
The London Towers are going to the Uni-ball Trophy Final.
And yes, indeed, they are. The Towers are 10-point winners over the Thames Valley Tigers, 90-80 in our first game of the Uni-ball Trophy semifinals. But 2 guys down on the floor with Suzanne. Today's leading scorer, Steve Bucknell, with 24 points. He was 8 of 13 from the field. Martin Henlon, a double-double, 15 points, 12 rebounds, and he also contributed 4 blocks.
Thanks very much, Kev. Steve, I've just got to reach across and ask you first. 24 points, by the way, joint top scorer, 3 rebounds. But what were you unhappy about there in the third quarter? You look very unhappy.
I thought I was playing well, and you know, as any player does, you want some calls, and you don't get them, and I got a little bit frustrated, and that disrupted our team. I got to be a little bit smarter than that, but at the end of the day, we won, so that's what it's all about.
Hey, what's a technical every now and again, eh? Now, Martin, you said earlier on before this game, you know, people like Billy Singleton and Jason Seaman, big guys, very, very different characters, really tough. How do you approach guarding and playing against them?
Well, you just got to hope that the rest, that you can make it a one-on-one competition between you and them. You know, we got in a lot of trouble tonight because the other guys like Casey and Meldrum are penetrating, and that I've got to go to help, which frees those big guys up. If they can stay in front of them, don't let them penetrate, and then we've got a better chance. And it's a team effort. You're not going to stop them by yourself.
Certainly is a team effort. Steve, now we have seen the Towers lose big leads before. What happened in that third quarter?
Oh, I think it was down to Thames Valley Tigers. They came out, they played very aggressive. They really went after us, and they clawed their way back into the game. I think it was about them, it wasn't really about us. But again, we let down a little bit mentally, and that enabled them to get into the game.
Right, well, we weren't used to seeing you go out in the quarterfinal last year, but you've made it to the final this year. Who would you like to see? You've got the choice. Well, you haven't got the choice, but you've got a choice to tell me who you'd like to.
I'll tell you whichever team's going to lose on the day. I don't care. I mean, we've lost to both of them. You know, we'll take either one.
It's good to see you back in the final, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us.